So here's an interesting insight I wanted to share with you as well. And that is, if you observe the present moment and you ask yourself, how many stories could there be differently from what my story is, differently from what my belief system is, it could somehow explain what is happening. And this purpose, or the purpose of this exercise, is to make your mind flexible and make yourself open to different ideas, to help you reach different levels of understanding, different degrees of insight, different and higher levels of understanding what you are experiencing. For example, when you grew up similar to me or in the Western world with an understanding of materialism and the universe, then you probably have the story in your mind that you were born and you have a certain age and you live in a physical universe, and what you see, hear, smell and experience of your surrounding world is just impressions generated by your mind. And so, if this is your understanding, now try to feel how this present moment feels. Does it feel alive, or do you feel connected to what you experience? Try to see how this story is really present in every moment, because you automatically project that onto what you experience. And now you can maybe also imagine your life, you lived it completely the same way, except for that the explanation for what you experience is a completely different one. The one I thought of, for example, was, imagine when the people around you told you that you actually died, and now what you experience happens in the afterworld. That this is not really your life, this is maybe running backwards. This is, basically what we understand as being dead. That this is not life, and when you die you will actually wake up and you will experience a rebirth, and that you have no control whatsoever, that this just happens, and that you are someone who had a life completely different from this, and what you experience now is basically your gift, or what you get from how you lived your life before. This was just a random idea I had in my mind, but you can come up with anything else, and the purpose is just to imagine how would this change what you actually experience. And you can think of many of those stories. There could be hundreds, thousands different explanations for what surrounds your immediate experience. I mean, it's easy to imagine that we don't understand we are living on a planet in a universe floating somewhere in space, because we know people believed that a few hundred years ago. They didn't know about the round planet we are living on. And what this does is it makes your mind flexible. Can you really feel what your experience would be like if you truly believed this is what happens after death? Like that there is not nothing alive here. This is just happening. It's really far away probably from what you believe is true. But you would believe it if everybody would have told you so throughout your life. If everybody was just believing they were dead and they were not doing anything, this was just happening to them, nobody was alive. Like, this is radical if you try to imagine this. Maybe it's too radical to really get into it, but you could also imagine how a person sees the world and truly believes in afterlife, truly believes in God, and this to be some kind of test, and you will be judged when you die and stand in front of God. And this is just this whole life is just kind of preparation for what you will experience afterwards. Maybe you have this belief. Many people believed in that in the past, so just see that there is a lot of room for change that could happen in the future to our worldview. We could learn so many more facts about reality that completely change how we feel about our lives. And just see that there is your suffering integrated, blended in with that particular story you have, how your upbringing was, and what is to be expected of you, and what people around you were doing, what is supposed to be normal and not normal, and how you should live your life according to someone else. Or, I mean, I'm sure you have all these mind bugs in your own mind running all the time that tell you how you should live and what you should do, what is right and what is wrong. But to become free of attachments, free of suffering, is to first become free of your own story and your own beliefs. And when you can do that, when you can truly become free of what you believe, then slowly you can see what the beauty of reality is. And it's not in the search for something particularly pleasurable. It's not in the search for nice things or nice experiences. It is in the realization, in the perfectness of everything, in the beauty of suffering. And with that comes immense, almost painful compassion. Compassion towards others because you see their addiction to their own suffering and dependency over how they believe they have to live and what they have to do. This compassion will automatically develop when you accept all the aspects of reality, the down and the up. And you can look to both and just be beautifully present with it. And so, step by step on this journey, it will make you free and free from suffering and free to do and live your life on your own terms. This is just the beauty I've discovered so far in this path, in the contemplative path, so to speak, in thinking outside of the box, thinking outside of the cultural norms. It's immensely rewarding, so just do it and keep searching, keep exploring, and keep being conscious.